Welcome to Reality Check.
Check it out.
Check it. So we're going to talk today about dating and how you know if he likes you. And should you even like him? That might be the major question, right?
Is he worth your time? That's what it should be titled.
Well, one of the things that I used to think when I was in middle school and high school, and you'll have to tell me, Sharice, if you felt the same way,
All right.
is that there was something I could wear or some way that I could be that could convince somebody to like me. And so I thought, oh, if I said something funny enough or loud enough, or if I wore something skimpy enough or whatever, he would finally notice me. And that never worked, ever. Did you have any of the same experiences, Sharice?
No, I didn't. As you can clearly see how I'm dressed today, I didn't have those issues.
So you never liked a guy and thought, well, maybe I could impress him by being a certain way? A way that wasn't necessarily who you were?
No, I didn't. I think I probably just tried to be, like, funny.
I mean, that's who you are. I think the best advice about, you know, how to find out if someone likes you is, you know, obviously you're going to like who you like and you're going to be attracted to them. You know, there's going to be something about him that attracts him to you. It's going to be the same thing. And a lot of that is chemistry. And it has nothing to do with how your hair was that day. He's not thinking, oh, what cute hair. But guys don't think like that.
It doesn't have to do with E equals MC squared either. Not that kind of chemistry.
No, well,
or that's kind of physics, but not that either.
Different, right.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's the kind of person you really want in your life, is someone who just really digs who you are. You don't feel like you have to be a certain way in order to, you know, appeal to them. And you don't, if you have to work hard at it, then it's not the right thing.
Not only that, it's not worth your time.
Exactly. And if, you know, if you like a guy who is not being good to you, like say you're dating somebody and he doesn't remember to call you, or he doesn't show up on time to come get you somewhere to pick you up, or he says he's going to be at the party and he never shows up, or, you know, but then you go out and you have a great date, maybe a couple times after that or whatever, you have some great experiences with him later, he's not the right one, because once in a while he happens to be a great guy does not make him the guy you should be dating.
True dat. What I tell my daughter too is, and even though she's too young right now, I'm like, you know what? We had boyfriends way before we got married, and our husbands had girlfriends before we got married. And I know that you start signing your name like their name, you know, when you're real little, right? And you think, oh, that's the guy I'm going to marry and be with for the rest of my life. And you know what? It's not. It's very rare that you date some guy and he's your first guy and you marry him. I mean, that happens, and that's great, but it doesn't always, it's not the majority of the cases. So don't think that this is the end all to end all, that you have to go out with this guy and he's the guy, because chances are 10 years down the road you're going to look back and laugh because you're with somebody else that's better for you.
Right. And I think each of those dating experiences, you learn something about yourself. And if you can just, you know, as heartbreaking as it is, the breakups and the emotions that go along with that, and wondering if there was something wrong with you or, you know, whatever, if you can just take some inventory, some emotional inventory of, you know, what was it that felt good about that relationship, what felt bad, and so that when you go into your next relationship, you've learned something from it. You don't keep picking the same jerk over and over again to learn the same stinking lessons over and over again. So, you know, it's good just to pick up on those signals. If you keep attracting yourself to, I mean, you keep finding yourself attracted to the same kind of guy, and every time it turns out the same, that guy, you know, cheats on you or, you know, doesn't treat you right, then you just have to start thinking about, well, why am I attracted to that kind of person, and what kind of person should I be attracted to?
That's true.
Because they should make you feel good. They should make you happy.
And take inventory of how you treat him in your relationship, right? I mean, sometimes,
that's a good point.
Sometimes you can look at how your parents are, you know, how they do their relationship, or somebody close to you, how they do their relationship, and you know that it's not healthy, or there's certain parts of it that aren't healthy, but guess what? Sometimes you pick up on those things and you just take them into your relationships, and they're not healthy, right? And so I think you need to also be able to go, what did I do, or how could I do that better, and really own up to what you've done wrong.
You know, that's a really good point, because I remembered when I was a kid hearing lots of times relationships are really hard work. They're really, really hard work. And so then I dated a guy for 2 years who was very verbally abusive to me, like towards the end of high school, and so like my junior and my senior year, and
Your two best years.
Yeah, hello, and I put up with a lot of stuff because sometimes it was really, really good, but when it was bad, it was really, really bad. And I put up with it because relationships are hard and you got to work through it. And I wasn't the kind of love them and leave them girl. I was a stick to it girl, right? And I thought, well, if I was this or I was that, or if I was more understanding, or if I hadn't provoked him or whatever, then it all became about me blaming myself instead of looking at the relationship and saying, okay, relationships may be work, but they shouldn't be hard work.
Yeah.
If they're hard work and you find yourself just drained and exhausted and trying to figure out how to do the right things all the time, it's the wrong relationship. You're in the wrong, and someone can love you so much better than that. Right? Amen, sister.
Totally. Amen, sister. I was going to amen that one too.
Well,
yeah.
thank you. Well, you know, it's so much better to learn it from somebody else's experience and not have to go through it yourself. That's just one of those. If someone is yelling at you in your relationship, or if you are yelling, you have to question what is going on in your life. Do not be with a yeller. There's no reason why you need to date somebody who yells at you. Zero reason. And if you find that you're yelling, you need to think about, why am I yelling? Like, is this a behavior I've learned at home? Is this a behavior that I just thought was appropriate? It just felt good to yell at them or whatever. You don't, even if something bad and you're breaking up, there's no reason to yell.
Yeah, and there's a movie out called Old Yeller, but that doesn't make it right.
Watch it. Maybe it'll give you an idea.
Yeah.
It's about a dog.
You actually cry at the end. It's not even really...
Yeah, it's sad. It's about a dog. It's not really about dating. But
yeah. Send us pictures of guys that you think you might want to date, and we'll let you know if they're dateable. We'll be your mama.
So,
That's not okay.
Okay, ready? So thanks for tuning in to Reality Check today. I'm Holly.
I'm Charisse.
And we hope that this dating information might help you. And if you have questions, please send them into our email address at hollycharisse@yahoo.com, and we'll try our best to answer your questions.
Have a great date.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.